And another one. We got a couple of Doomlings Overlush 4-pack booster boxes here to open for you. Doomlings.com if you haven't checked out Doomlings before. Get yourself some Doomlings or find somebody who has some Doomlings and play some games. It is a banger of a game. Very fun. Right up my alley personally. And even if you're not into TCGs, you know, this isn't a game that you have to collect. I mean, you can just know somebody that has it. It's more like a tabletop board game than it is like any other collectible card game. Just a casual game you play with 4 players. Very silly stuff. Nothing too serious. Very fun. Check it out. Let's get right into this first pack, and every time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If you know what I'm doing wrong when I pull these tabs, let me know down in the comments. I would appreciate it. Hey, you're big dumb knucklehead, Brian. I'm not gonna necessarily disagree with you. So we get lucky. Play lucky anytime. Let me see. What rarity is this? Does it say on the back of these things right here? So this one is common or uncommon. This one looks like a scarce. See, it's got the red with the up arrow. If you can see that red up arrow. There's also a little S over here in the corner if we can get it to focus. Doesn't look like we can. Right here there will be an S. I'll tell you it is scarce. And yes indeed, that is an S. So our first hit is a scarce. Our second hit is a common. Oh, that's the one that I have a problem pronouncing here. Then a Hostorium. Whatever. Quills is common. Very strong card though. Like quills in an opponent's trait pile. Whenever they remove a trait from your trait pile, get them right back. Caffeinated. This is another common. All players draw 3 cards and give 1 to their opponent on the right. Police is of course a common. We got Barbels. Whatever. Tropical Storm. This is a catastrophe. It's a common. I got Infectious. This is an uncommon. -1 gene pool. Swap infection with a blue trait. An opponent's trait pile. What a kick in the nuts. That is an uncommon. I think this card's out of place actually, because I think it goes in order of commons all the way back to uncommon, and then the cards in the back are going to be the rares, but this one was on the front, so I think we might have had a card out of order there. Citrus +2 gene pool. To play, you must have 1 negative face value trait in your pile. Not very hard to pull that off, so this is a really good trait, even though it's only an uncommon. We got Meek. Toe Beans. This is one of my favorite cards. Cute little fella. Steal 1 trait from an opponent's trait pile with a negative face value. And we have got uncommon Vagabond. All opponents play 1 trait. Steal 1 of those traits or play an additional trait. We've got a legendary Age here. This is one of the Age cards. It is you may discard 1 trait from your trait pile. I mean, not the most exciting, in my humble opinion. We've got another legendary here. It is Epic. You can see by the little gold symbol down here in the corner that it is a legendary. To play, you must have no dominance in your trait pile. Epic fills your first and second dominant trait slot. So it's a 10-point play, but you're giving up a lot, and our foil is a scarce. Right, that's what that is. Yep. I'll symbol down there. You can kind of see that S there. It is the dominant Snap Trap. Place Snap Trap on an opponent plays 2 or more traits on their turn. Steal 1 of those traits. Very fun. Very good foil to hit. It being a scarce. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards of scarce, legendary, or endangered. You're only supposed to get 2. This pack had 4. 1, right, 2. Well, that would account for it because the foils can be anything. So my foil was one of the higher of any rarity. So yeah, this card was a bonus, the bonus rare card that we got. A bonus scarce, endangered, or legendary. Those are the three rare slots. So this one being in front gave us an extra out of those pulls. That's great. Thanks a lot for the bad manufacturing practices. And I mean, we got about a third of the way down that time. I think pulling too hard might be one of the factors in why I always destroy those rather than get them opened. No such luck this time. You can see we got a common out here in the front of the pack. There's Scruffy, Seedwing, Shady, Nostalgia. You may return a trait in your trait pile to your hand. I actually like that one. Lets you recur a lot of action cards. Down. Bushwhacker. All players discard one card from their hand. You may draw any one card from the discard pile. That's a good one too, even though it's common. Like getting that one. +6 if you have 4 more green traits in your trait pile. Mycelium. If Mycelium is removed from your trait pile on your turn, you may first play the top card from the discard pile. Play actions. Toe Beans again. Ashlands is our, I believe that's our first thing. No, Toe Beans is an uncommon. Mycelium's an uncommon. Okay, so here's our third uncommon is the Age Ashland, or the Catastrophe Ashlands. -1 gene pool. Discard all purple and blue cards from your hand and stabilize. If it's the World's End, -4 if you have 2 or fewer purple traits in your trait pile. We have uncommon Sleepy. You may play Sleepy after a catastrophe to ignore the gene pool effect. Very good card. Essentially gives you +1 gene pool most of the time. Not all catastrophes have a -1 to the gene pool. Uncommon Backbiter +3 if you have a negative trait in your trait pile. And our first card of scarce or rarer is Harrier, the dominant trait. Until World's End, after you stabilize, you may discard 1 effectless trait from your hand to draw 3 cards. That's pretty good. Whistler, this is an endangered. Until World's End, you may discard up to 2 from your hand before stabilizing. Essentially lets you draw 2 extra cards. And our foil is a common. It is Noxious. Swap Noxious with a purple trait in an opponent's trait pile. -1 for every red trait in your trait pile. Yeah, that guy can be a real pain. If you got a bunch of red, somebody drops that in your trait pile, it can be like -4 points. And they steal your best red trait, or best purple trait. Really can be a really powerful card right there, even though it's only a common. Okay, pack number 3, we start out with common Spectacled. We get the Catastrophe, Endless Monsoon. We get Fearful Symmetry. We get Lucky. It's always great to get Lucky. We've got Prolific. We have got Bushwhacker. And none of these are anything we haven't seen on the channel yet. We got Down. We got Facehugger. Kind of a shout out to the Alien series there. And let's see, is that so our first uncommon was Facehugger. Our second uncommon is Filter Feeder. Sorry. Our next uncommon is Rover. Choose a color, look at the bottom 5 cards of the trait deck. You may play one of the chosen color. Pretty cool. Sapient, if you were watching yesterday, we opened up this, I think this is a legendary, yep. We opened this up in foil actually. It was cool to see that in non-foil. And for some reason we've got an uncommon in here. It is Rainstorms. Let's see. Yep, uncommon. And then a legendary, and then an uncommon. Rainstorms, you may discard all blue cards from your hand. Another legendary, it's Fabled. To play, you must discard 4 different colors from your hand, and this is odd. We got now we have a common Age. Nope, it's an endangered Age. This is really weird. This has been a really weird pack. We got Noxious as our foil again. Kind of strange. We've got an endangered card. We got a legendary card. We got a common card. And then we got a legendary card. So we got 3 cards that were rarity, scarce, endangered, or legendary. Right? We got 3 of them. And then an uncommon kind of in the middle of all of them. So we got, once again, more rares than you would normally get. And we got an uncommon that was mixed in. Really weird. It's a pretty new company, so probably not the best at manufacturing yet. There goes pack number 3. Move along to pack number 4. The 4th and final pack from this box. A pretty cool opening. Got ourselves a foil scarce card. Got a couple of extra rares over what you're supposed to get. Here we got, yet again, Noxious. Okay. And our next common is Fearful Cemetery. Our next common is Playful. I mean, I guess I should be checking to see if these are all commons. This is not a common. This is crazy. Okay, so this is not a common. This is a scarce card in the middle of my commons. So I'll put that here. It's Playful. All players give you 1 random card from their hand. Then give each player 1 card from your hand. Cool. Then we're back to a common with Trippy. We have Volcanic Winter. I can't quite see what rarity this is. It looks like a common. Yeah, it's got the little circle with another little circle on it, so we'll assume Volcanic Winter is common. Got Sleek, which is a common. Snuffler, which is a common. Our first uncommon is Booming Call. Our next uncommon is Eusocial. Our common after that is uncommon after that is Sycophant. Our uncommon after that is Compound Eyes. And then we have King of the Jungle for uncommon Age. And we get Tangled Canopies. That is I believe, endangered. So 1 step down from legendary. An endangered Age. Shuffle the discard pile into the trait deck. And we have a scarce Nuptial Plumage dominant trait. And we get a common foil. The one that I just cannot pronounce. Haustorium. Shuffle the discard pile into the trait deck, then discard your hand. No, thank you. So, yeah, once again, we got 3 cards of rarity, of the highest 3 rarities. And you're only supposed to get 2. None of them were in the foil, so the foils don't account for the extra ones. So we got a total of, I believe, 4 extra rare cards. That's pretty cool. It's a good box. I got another one to open. Tune into my next video for the next Doomling opening. I'll be doing that here in about a half hour. Until then, this is Impulse TCG signing out and hoping you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks.